So in this video, I will be showing all of the finger tricks I use to solve the Rubik's Cube using the Roux method. So first, we'll start with the most basic one, which is R moves. Usually, this is the standard grip, thumbs on front and these three fingers on the back. For R, you just turn your wrist like this, and there's an R move. The other way to do it is to grip like this, so off of standard position with thumb on bottom, and then do an R. Or you can grip like this and go like that. But yeah, mainly you'll be doing this or this. And R prime is just the opposite of that. You can either start from the top and go down, or start from the front and go down like this. And R2 would either be gripping here and going all the way up, or gripping at the top and going all the way down. So once again, R, R prime, and R2, R2 prime, or R, R prime, R, R prime, just like that. And basically that exact same thing applies to the left side. So yeah, there's not much to say there. Next we'll move on to U moves. So for the standard U, I take this sticker back here and push it from this orange one to this green one with my index finger. So like this. Another way to do it is to push from this green to this red, like this. This is a bit less common, but it's still pretty useful. And then also, I use my left hand to do it sometimes, so from this blue to that orange, like this. And the other way to do it is from this red to this blue. So this would be used in the last 6 edges because I want my left hand to do all the U moves. Next move is U prime. Basically, you can mirror all the U moves to the left side. So U prime standard way is from this orange to this blue. Just pull that sticker towards you. Or from this blue to this red. Or right hand, you can go from this red to this green. Or from back here to back there. So that covers the U and U prime moves. For U2, I do this in a couple ways. The first way I do it is a double flick with my right hand. So usually U is like this, but then I follow it up with the middle finger, so index middle. It looks something like that. And then same thing with left hand, so index middle. And then another way I do it is I just pull this to the front and then keep going, so in just one motion like that. Same thing on the other side. So yeah, that's a bit useful for ending a solve. You just, and then drop the cube. So the next move I'll get into is F moves. So I'll start with F. For F, there are a couple ways to do it. The first one is like this. So you grab it with your index finger on here. And then notice I have my pinky on the bottom right now, because if I don't have the pinky on the bottom, this is going to spin the middle layer. So we have pinky just on the bottom so it's stabilized, and then just pulling on that top piece. Another way to do it is left hand like this with your thumb. So you're sort of just pressing that corner up. And then, or you can just regrip your whole right hand to have your thumb on the bottom and then go like this. And then exact same things apply for F prime. You can go like this, once again with your other pinky on the bottom. This is the one I use the most often for F prime. Then there's this one with the thumb. And then you can regrip your whole left hand. This is very uncommon for me, because with Roux, my left hand's usually locked like this, and then my right hand's doing all the work, and my left hand just does F primes. And then in CMLL, usually that happens too. And then let's move on to down moves. So for D, I usually take this orange sticker in the back and I push it to here, so that looks something like this. The other way I do it is with my right hand pushing this green to that orange, like this. So there's the D move, and then the D prime move, the same thing applies except mirrored. So D prime I can go like this with the right hand in the back. Or I can go like this. And it's pretty useful that you know how to do these with both hands, especially left hand, because that helps in algorithms like this one a lot. So yeah, and then D2, I just basically like U2, you do a double flick, except instead of index middle, you do ring finger middle. So like this. I can do it with my right hand, but I can't do it that well with my left hand. I should probably practice that. Some people do it pinky middle, pinky ring like this. But I can't really do that. I don't really use my pinkies for anything. My hands are pretty big. I can't really squish my fingers there. And lastly, I'll go on to slice moves. So M prime, what I do is I start from this back down edge, and I just bring it up like this. So that's what that looks like. The other way I do it, actually no, that's it. Just like this, always. And it's pretty good practice to just do a lot of them, so then you get used to recovering your hand back to the same position. Now for M's, I do quite a few different ways. First way I do it is like this, with my thumb on the front, moving it to the bottom, like this. The other way is like this. Or the standard way I do it in LSE is moving from this white one back to this orange one, like this. So M prime M, or M prime M. And then M2, there's only really one way to do this. Just sort of like D2, it's ring middle. Just like that. And then S moves, it's basically like F prime. Except instead of putting your pinky on the bottom, you sort of squeeze the front and back together. Just like that. And then S2, you just do one of them twice. So, or you can go like this to reverse it the other way. And then E moves, I usually just slide my hand down like this. So now I'm gripping sort of weirdly. And then, yeah, so it's basically the same type of stuff as U. And that's useful for the double flicking this. And I think that's all the moves covered. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned some finger tricks.